welcome back to more Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So last time, we made a proper start Mount Year to now. Made a little bit of progress, saw a flashback to the start of Innocent Sin. Mainly when Maya joined the party in that game. And now we have a pitfall puzzle, kind of. It's not really a puzzle, we're mainly just trying to make our way through it, so yeah. I guess while I'm here I can also do this. So I'm going to use a stoma to make this a lot easier myself. And yeah, now that we've made... I should also mention what this floor does. There's actually no items on this floor. But yeah, we do need to... I guess my healing was a bit unnecessary because yeah, there's damaging tiles, we need to walk on the damaging tiles. So I think yeah, we'll knock out filling in this room. Thanks to the stoma as well. And yeah, there's also like speed drain stuff as well, so yeah. Quite annoying stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I guess while we are just doing this, because it's a bit uninteresting, I'll talk about my topics. So yeah, I wanted to, because I talked about Persona villains, like generally speaking, how about I talk about the plots generally speaking too? Because it kind of, ties into that a little bit. So I think the thing for me is that, yeah, trying to compare modern and classic Persona is actually kind of difficult, because when I think about what my favorite story in the series is, I feel like I can't decide the stories, because, yeah, I feel like the expectations for the stories in these two games is quite different, even if, yeah, there can definitely be some overlap with, like, the theming and stuff, so, yeah. Yes, of course, yeah, every Persona game, in the classic ones, talk about, the value of life and stuff. And also have, common themes that they want to, preach to you throughout the plot. Again, that's generally what modern Persona likes to do as well, so yeah. So there's that. So yeah, but again, how these plots are structured too is also, like, very different as well, so yeah. So that's another reason why I find it very difficult to compare, but yeah. Again, that's just the general thing, but yeah, we can talk a little bit about, again, how I feel about these plots generally speaking as well. I think about modern Persona, I feel like Persona 3 has my favorite plot. I think one reason why, though, is, again, the theming. Because I feel like out of all the modern Personas, it does its theming the best. And what I mean by that is generally, like, personally speaking, I should mention. Because, yeah, again, every Persona plot, in the modern games at least, yeah, they do a good job of, showing what the games are about, what the themes are going to be about. But I feel like, yeah, Persona 3 does it in the coolest ways. I feel like the characters interact with the aspects of the plot in very interesting ways. And I do think all of them as well. That's another interesting thing too, because when that comes to mind, so that one of the, like, more common takes... Oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. One of the more common takes in this series is that P3 has the best story, P4 has the best characters, P5 has the best gameplay. We don't really care about the gameplay at the moment, so yeah. But yeah. Same over here, yeah, there'll be a pitfall here. And we clear out the pitfalls and then, yeah, things become a bit easier, so yeah. Anyway. But then the thing is that I feel like P3 does both how the characters interact with the plot better than P4. And yeah, that's annoying. Because I guess, yeah, I don't try to, skimmy past it. I feel like, even though, yeah, again, P4 does have a very strong cast, that's not what I'm trying to say here. I feel like how the characters interact with P3's plot is even better, so I mean that's one reason why I really love that cast as well. Another aspect of it, so yeah. Anyway, there you go. So yeah, I filled it in a lot better there. There'll be another one around here, but anyway. That's the interesting thing, I guess. And yeah, the events in the plot too. I think one interesting thing about P3 is, how it's structured, because again, it is kind of a slow burn. Like, you do defeat, the full moon shadows and stuff, but yeah. Things don't, like, kick into high gear until, yeah, the numbers diminish. Again, it's mainly, kind of normal stuff, near the beginning of the game, but yeah, once the plot does ramp up, that's when it becomes really good. I feel like with other Persona games, you always had those like big moments throughout. Maybe that was, to maybe that had something to do with how P3's plot goes. I wonder, but anyway. So let's go get this pitfall as well. Again, I need to fall into all of them, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna double check. And yeah, I do think that also, yeah, the pro tags are very strong in P3 as well, both of them. Again, I already talked about how good Quincy was, and yeah, by extension too, Koda is also extremely good as well, in my opinion, so yeah. It's just, yeah, again, a lot of things that Persona 3 does in terms of plot, I think is very strong. The reload, yeah, in my opinion, actually, I wouldn't say Reload's better than the original in terms of what it does with the plot, but yeah, it does try to, add some interesting things that you didn't think about before. I feel like that's not a bad way of doing things, so yeah. So again, yeah, I just really like P3 story, especially after, seeing Reload again. And yeah, again, I wouldn't mind, seeing it more in the future as well, if I was to play Reload. But we'll see. I think another thing about it too that I found kind of interesting, learning about P3 as well, so yeah, how the characters also relate to, the Greek mythology as well. Because apparently, yeah, they're based on like tragic Greek heroes or like aspects of them. It's interesting. Again, yeah, thematically, yeah, P3 does a really good job. But again, the other Persona games, modern Persona games, do an excellent job in that aspect too, so yeah. Anyway. That's actually where we need to go, interesting enough. There's another flashback there. And there's another pitfall. But yeah, we are marking on the map, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, this is definitely the most annoying part. After this, I might get back to rank cards, especially because yeah, I do want to try and get the Super Megiddo rumor done now, so yeah. That's kind of what I want to do, so yeah. So yeah, looking at the floor now. Looks like, yeah, all we need to do is fill in this area, and there's actually no pitfalls, so that's good. So the only problem is actually falling into one, because yeah, that one's, both of them are very close, so yeah. It's probably gonna happen, but it's okay. But again, yeah, P3 just, yeah, there's so much good with this plot. But yeah, P4 though is no such either. I mean, the thing about P4 is basically the downtime. I feel like our P3 and P5, I don't know. I feel like it's not as high quality, especially when compared to the main plot of P4, because yeah, when moments in P4 get very serious, they're extremely well done. Like all the characters, how they interact with those serious moments is really well done. I feel like when I try to remember the plot, character cells are also pretty cool. The fact they had to, face their own shadows as well, and that's how they get the persona. Yeah, that's interesting. And the shadows, they're probably the most well done in the series too. I feel like in Persona 2, both of them, they're just kind of basic and stuff. It is interesting that they use personas as well, but yeah. In P4, they feel like, really big obstacles that the party needs to overcome. I feel like that's what makes them so intriguing, so yeah. Anyway, before I talk more, let's go see what this flashback is. I think we're done with that section, so that's good. And we have this. The pain, it hurts, damn it. You goddamn brat, you dared to me again. You, and that woman too, and the goddamn dad of mine who locked me up in the frickin' mounds. I'll kill you all. The Joker used to be the leader of the secret organization, the Mass Circle. Tatsuya Suda was a key member. They collect the people's hopes and dreams as energy, planning to fulfill the Oracle of Maya, the fall of humanity. We found that out through finding key members of the Mass Circle, Sudo, Anna Yoshizaka, and Ginji Sasaki. So then what? Are you saying our Mana's visions are all memories of a different reality? Are you saying that Monokun and Tatsuya Sudo came from the same reality as you? That's not quite true. Sudo was truly a person of this side. He was just told by him of the existence of the other side, and was only being used. So what do you mean? It's not like Maya came from that world either, right? Why does Maya only have the memory of this other side? None of us have it. There are many reasons. I don't think you should know anymore. Idiot. As if you could back out after all this. If you continue, something bad may happen. I have a right to know, though. Fine. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Alrighty then. Okay, so Maya's still Maya, right? We known each other since high school. The Joker's in another world as well. What exactly happened on the other side? So you're saying it's the same as Sonomura? I want to think that's not possible. Him? Who could he be talking about? So yeah, that was of course when we defeated King Leo in the past. I'm gonna get a Stomorov because yeah, I think I want to get back to Bali now, or at least chain up with demons. I'll just go back to Tobikato. Anyways, why I have Tobikato is Aquadine, so yeah. I don't really have another person that can use water at the moment, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep it up with Tobikato for this dungeon. So again, yeah. But then, of course, the question is, how does Tatsusuda know about the other side? Then, yeah, it seems like this him person was, yeah, of course, who it was. I think they might have mentioned that in Lone Shadow as well. So, yeah, again, another kind of early reveal there. But, of course, the interesting part is that, yeah, Maya has these memories of the other side, but no one else does, interesting enough. I think, again, Lone Shadow 1, I think, tells us that as well, so, yeah. So that's the general gist of that flashback. Let's get back to talking about the Sentinels. So yeah, I did just talk about the shadows. And yeah, here I need to switch. Katsuya. Again, I just need to... Actually, was it Katsuya? Yes, it was. Because yeah, I want to use Thunder here, Thunder Blast. In fact, I can use Thunder Crush, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, just so I can kill that Tarshaka quicker. There you go, I just need to get back to the swing of battling here, and then I can start talking about my topic again. But anyway. So again, yeah. So again, the shadows are really cool in my opinion. I think another interesting aspect about them is how exaggerated they are when compared to the ones in this game. Well, Persona 2 I should be saying. In general. Because again, they are on a TV show. I think that's another interesting thing too, how it relates to, the TV aspect of the game as well. It's interesting as well. And Persona 4 just has a lot of interesting concepts. I can't wait to, experience them again if I was to, play it myself. Again, I watched the playthrough, but of course that's very different from actually playing the game, so yeah. And again, yeah, the characters also intrigue me a lot. Again, I don't know if I would consider them my favorite characters, but I don't even know who my favorite character in Persona 4 is. I feel like in Persona 3, that's a bit easier, like Yukari, for example. Yukari is extremely well done in Persona 4, in my opinion, and also Shinjiro as well. I mean, again, it's hard with Persona 3, but for different reasons too. Because I think, again, I just really like everyone. In Persona 4, I'm not so sure who I like the most is the problem. It sounds similar, but it's different at the same time, so yeah. Again, some of that might be because I'm not really familiar with all the social links, but yeah. Like, yeah, I think about the fact that, yeah, I really like Chie, but I'm not so sure Chie is my favorite, for example, Same with, like, Kanji as well. And even Yukiko. But anyway, I did that by accident. Magic Ball Magatama, though, I think might give us Makara-kan, so that's cool. And now Katsu can go back into Ildana. So yeah, we can go back for some more Giga Cyclone and Blazing Burst, I guess. Again, I think these things are immune to light. Yeah, they even repel it, so yeah, probably don't want to use that. So you'll just give a Blaze Burst here. But again, yeah, in terms of plot, again, I think another aspect of Persona 4 is the main villain, and I think actually even better than that, the mystery aspect of the plot, because I think, yeah, the murder mystery aspect actually kind of works really well, and I do like the plot twists involved with that as well. Like, yeah, when I was seeing the story blind, yeah, I was completely caught off by all the plot twists, so yeah. So I think it was really well done. Then again, yeah, it could just come to down to the fact that, yeah, I don't pay attention as well to those things, but hey. Like, again, like, Three Houses had a pretty obvious plot twist, the Blue Lions. Or, I mean, just the Three Houses in general. Evil God basically is what I'm talking about, but I didn't even catch on to the fact that they're evil until the reveals, so yeah. So yeah, there's that. Definitely don't want to miss this. There's another room with a it's another room with a ultimate persona item, so yeah. So yeah. So Katsu's going last, which is unfortunate because yeah, I want him to yeah, go back into intro again. It's a bit annoying to do this, but I'm okay with that. So we're gonna go for Thunder Blast again. And we're gonna go for Giga Cyclone. And we'll just let him go before us, whoever it is. Yeah, Poison Breath. Lucky it doesn't work, so that's good. But anyway. There again, I think, yeah, how the villains, you know, tie into the mystery as a I think it's really well done. In fact, yeah, Persona 4 might have my favorite villains in the series. Maybe. It's hard, I mean, yeah, it's hard to say again. Like, yeah, in terms of human villains, I think, yeah, Persona 4 might be my favorite, maybe for the main one. But then, like, when I think about villains overall, it might actually be Persona 2, to be honest, but yeah. When I think about it more carefully, but yeah, again, I do think that, yeah, how Persona 4, again, does that mystery aspect and how that ties into the, you know, villains, main characters and stuff, it's really well done. Even the social links are good too. Like, Persona 3, again, they had some good social links, but I feel like even with Reload, they're like fine. There's definitely a lot of good ones though, that's what I'm sure. But it's just that I think when compared to like people decide to have some really interesting social links, especially with non-playable characters. I feel like. Anyway, let's actually try and get the info this time. From this Lucifuge, so yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when you mash through the buttons. But anyway, yeah, let me just make sure I get this info. Give me info. He doesn't have info, unfortunately. And you're here. Do I talk to Hanaku? Nah, not going to, I think. Instead, Katya is going to go back into Ildanar here. And yeah, we're going to destroy them again with Giga Cyclone, so yeah. And we're going to use burst again. Alright, so back to yeah, talking about Persona 4 again. I mean, that's generally everything I want to talk about with Persona 4 and its plot. Again, I really like it, to be honest. And yeah, I can't wait to, you know, experience it again no matter how I do it, so yeah, whether it's, you know, playing Golden or the remake one day, we'll see. And yeah, I can't wait to, you know, learn about the characters again and then, yeah, see plot unfold as well. Maybe try to catch things that I don't remember very well as well. Those are definitely some interesting aspects of that game, so yeah. Anyway, we're getting here. We're getting a Snowman, nice. So if I really want to, I don't need to use parry for that anymore, which is cool. But anyway, yeah, we have another item in here. Silver bow, there you go. I should definitely show what that gives us. Silver is for Artemis, so yeah. And these are the ultimate personas for the characters, so that will be interesting. Again, I will be talking about them. So yeah, it won't be for too long because yeah, we will be able to use them very soon. In fact, so yeah, I think we're done with this floor. So yeah, let's go down here. We're back on base of floor 3 now. Although yeah, if we go right, we can get another material card. There's another Lucifuge that we might be able to talk to. In fact, I'll just talk to both. I think Izanami might have another attack we can use, but it's fine. We'll just talk to them. I need to talk to them eventually anyway. I think the demons, so yeah. So anyway, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about P5. I don't think P5 has my favorite plot in the world. I think character-wise and plot-wise, I don't think it hits the same heights, I feel like. But it's still very good, though. In my opinion. I think the main reason why is, again, I think, yeah, things are just a lot more simple in P5 in comparison. No problem with that, but again, I'm not like a big fan of the main human villain in the game, and I feel like the characters, again, they're fine, but again, they don't reach those same heights, although there are definitely some characters I really like too. And just double checking, you need, what is justice, which I think is Katsu and Andro. So there we go. And we'll try to get some of you. Anyway. And again, still very good. I still like the Ventus a lot. Again, I think one thing about them is that it does really feel like that, yeah, after that important arc, the relevance dips. I feel like that was less of a problem in P3 and P4, even though it was kind of still there as well. Like, yeah, again, characters not getting enough screen time. Strikers would definitely help with that. But yeah, that is a completely different game, so yeah. Here's an Vortex. And this is for Asteria. Not the Star Arcana. So yeah. Anyway. Let's keep this up. So yeah. And yeah, more of them. They're not giving me the info, which kind of worries me. Although, there is definitely one thing we could try doing later, you'll see. But anyway. You know, another thing about it is that I might not spread the Super Megiddo rumor. I guess that's another thing too. Anyway. Again, let me try to get this info here. You know, I feel like I haven't. I'm gonna try it with you as well. I'm gonna make absolutely sure that, yeah, I have spread the Super Megiddo rumor. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna feel bad I'm wasting time here. Anyway, I think I won't talk just yet because, yeah, we have another flashback coming up, so I kind of want to talk about that too, so yeah. Anyway, spread a rumor. I feel like I haven't actually. Let's see. Some of a demon, succubus. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's already done. Okay. Let me double check that. That's already famous. So yeah, there you go. I have nothing to get that done. So yeah, we can get the other rumors for it, but yeah, we just haven't been able to yet. So yeah. It's fine. But anyway. So like I said, yeah, over here we have another flashback. So let's talk about that first. Then we'll go back to obviously talking about P5. This whole time, was I having a nightmare? Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was so worried. Tatsu, you had that all this time? And here's the interesting part. Because this is Eternal Punishment now, how we're viewing this, Tatsu actually talks now, and Maya does not. I find that kind of interesting, to be honest. You kind of get to see how Tatsu feels in these moments too, so yeah. Of course. It's ticking. It had been stopped ever since that day. That's right, we promised to protect One-chan together, forever, and I... An Ophelia flower. I'm sorry, One-chan. I'm so sorry, Tatsuya. I... What? The person's being frightened by something. Shame on you. The head of the mass circle dares to allow his enemies to beat him. The Joker was my former best friend Jun, who was being manipulated by false memories. No, it wasn't only Jun, Akichi, Lisa, Mayane, and me. All of us, we were all friends playing mass circle, separated by Suda's arson 10 years ago. Mayane taught us the importance of dreams. forever, the five of us all together, we all believe that. But Naine had to leave town for family reasons. We couldn't bear that, so we locked Maine in the shrine. And then Sudo set it aflame. We thought Maine had died, so we were scared, and each of us suppressed the memory. Jun remembered that and became a Joker. Controlled by him, he tried to end the world in exchange for the ideal evolution. His story, it's just like what we're going through, don't you think? Who was that him that controlled Junkun? His appearance was that of Jun's father, but inside was completely different. Crawling chaos, Nyarlathotep. So now we know who the him person is. Of course, it was Nyarlathotep. And yeah, again, he was manipulating things so that, yeah, things go back to ruin once again. That's kind of what seems to be his plan at the moment. But anyway, he is the being a sense opposite to Philemon, the shadow that lurks deep within man's heart, toying with destiny. He wants to bring the same chaos to this side as the other side. The New World Order is just one of his pawns. Hey, what do you mean by causing the same thing to happen? You'll find out. So there you go. That's a definitely important thing to know now. There's a boss behind the New World Order, and that guy's in each and every one of us. Yeah, another thing about Nyarlathotep is, yeah, he's considered like, the shadow of humanity as well. He's able to actually manipulate things for his own gain. Kind of discreetly, though. Philemon can actually interact with humans. He just has to watch from afar, basically, so yeah. The ideal collecting mass circle and the K grade collecting New World Order, huh? Serizar is right. The situations are similar. Nyarlathotep. It was merely Kandori's persona. And yeah, Kandori was obviously a pawn in this too. The being that stands opposite to Philemon, the archetype of existential destruction. If such a thing does exist, it is well beyond our comprehension, the shadow of mankind. Let's keep it up. So yeah, I mean that's mainly everything we want to talk about there in that flashback. So back to P5. Again, with P5, I'm not so sure who my favorite character is again. I feel like maybe it's Yusuke. Kind of a weird choice, but yeah, Yusuke's just a fun character. Again, he doesn't get to do too much after the second palace. But again, I still enjoy him though, I will say. So yeah. I feel like again, there's definitely other characters I probably like too. Like, yeah, I also like Makoto in that game too, but I don't know. I feel like her social link was kind of a letdown, so I'm not so sure if I really, really like her. Now, so yeah. I feel like, yeah, the characters definitely have their quirks and stuff. Again, I might not be the biggest fan of them, but I think overall it is still a very strong cast. Again, I'm not so sure. Again, I wouldn't put like a lot of them over my favorites of P3 and P4, I feel like, but again, I still think they're really well done. And yeah, how they relate to the plot too, again, it's also pretty well done. It's very easy to follow. Again, I mean that's one reason why P5 is just such a great game for beginners. Again, things are explained very simply, I feel like, or they're just easier to comprehend, I feel like. So yeah, you'll definitely be able to get what's, going on and stuff more easily, I feel like. So yeah. So that's cool. And again, Succubus. They want to talk to us. Unfortunately, she probably won't be able to give us the Super Mega rumors, so yeah. We're just going to get moon cards out of her. So yeah, can we actually get moon cards out of her? Let's find out. So, Succubus wants Radiant Women Unite. I don't think we've shown that yet. It's Ulala Maya. Maya, there's a chance between you and I. The demon will be the judge. Oh, let's actually make us happy. Hey you, who is more your type, me or Maya? The goodness of a woman isn't enough, bro. We'll ask that demon who's better looking. I don't think I'll make a path, but I did want to show Radiant Women Unite because it's kind of funny. It's actually Persuade special, which I can do, so yeah. Thanks to Nacho, so yeah. I think this floor's done. Now the 4-4. So yeah, again, there's something that might catch you off guard when you're trying to fill in the map, because this is the final floor. And yeah, more of these guys. And we do know that, yeah, we do have the, we have the rumor spread, so yeah, we can get the info again. It's just taking a long time because frustrating. Anyway, so that's here talking about P5 a little bit. Say again. Let's see if you can got info. Yeah, you don't. Which again is very annoying, but that's okay. So that's to P5 again. I think yeah, just P5 in general again, it's fine. Again, I'm also not really a big fan of the major villain of the game too. But again, the both kind of come off as kind of lame, to be honest. I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel like the motivations are very basic and stuff, so I don't know. I don't really get behind that as much as previous villains, I feel like. But then, of course, there's the third semester. Let's talk a little bit about that. Third semester is brilliant, to be honest. Probably one of the best told Persona stories, to be honest. And again, I think if first semester was standalone, if I was considering it standalone, I should be saying, then yeah, it probably would be my favorite plot in a Persona game. I just really love the main villain. I love the fact that, yeah, they tried to do a sympathetic villain, and a really good sympathetic villain too, and I feel like it just fits the I feel like having someone like that just fits Persona so well. And yeah, how the characters interact with them too is extremely well done as well. So yeah, that sense is great. And yeah, Persona 6 is ruined with that much care and attention, and yeah, it could definitely become my favorite plot in the series. So yeah. Anyway, give me info please. There you go. So yeah, it's very weak now. So Lucifugers we can count on, at least for a little bit, so yeah. I don't think you're gonna give me it, but that's okay. So at this point, I think you can start buying Crowley's. We'll make a pact with him if he pops up. Because yeah, he repels all magic, that's the main reason why, so yeah. And he might have info for me, so yeah. Yeah, we got one piece of info, so I'm gonna kill these guys now. And I'm just gonna psych them away, so yeah, let's do that. So again, that's pretty how I feel about, modern Persona. Again, P3 probably has my favorite plot overall, but yes, third semester is extremely good, and P4 is also really good in my opinion as well. There's just a lot of aspects with these plots that are just really well done, so yeah. So I'm definitely a fan. And of course there's the class of Persona games again. The expectation is a bit different. Games are way shorter and more gameplay. I feel like there's more gameplay when compared to story. I feel like story is still very important. Do I kill these guys again? I think I am going to, so yeah. So I'll just go for the Gigacycle health anyway. Again, the games are just short in general, so there's less time to, talk about, or there's less focus on plot as a result, I should be saying. It's not like there's more gameplay or less, it's just that, again, the games are just way shorter. They're not 100 plus hours, basically, so yeah. Especially if you just only go for the main story, so yeah. That's the thing, so I feel like expectations are going to be different. So yeah, characters are not going to be as well developed because there's just less time for them. And then, yeah. But still, though, the plots in general, though, I feel like they do a good job of still being quite grand, despite, the lack. Again, I think I had to watch one video basically saying that, yeah, Innocent Sin does kind of a bad job with its plot, to be honest, but I don't know. I think it's still kind of decent. So here's the tricky part. So, yeah. What you need to do is something like this, and there you go. That's what caught me off. And here's a Crowley. Only one of them, but again, let's talk to him, because he might have the info we're looking for. So Crowley, this is a kind of funny one. Alcohol is my life. So I think this is not the really funny one. The funny one is alcohol, tears, men and women, so yeah. I might see that one later. I think this one involves Balfu. I just need to remind myself what the order is. Not the right thing. Alright. So okay, so yeah, there's actually a couple of things list. Baofu Lala Maya, Baofu Ulala Nancho, and there you go. So yeah, Baofu and Ulala works, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe a 99. Yeah, that figures. Go ahead and fall asleep. A dream is better than the real world living in. Me, I like Bourbon. A frontier spirit? How long do you think humans can keep thinking like that? I teach you a cocktail that fits you. The world's sweetest dream cocktail. That sounds strange coming from you. So what is it then?
まさしく幻だな。
One part hope, one part friendship, and one part health, with a special scent. It's called Desire. Rare indeed. So let's take a bet with them, we'll get rid of Touch Shocker. Actually, no. I get rid of Naku. I'm killing all the Naku, so yeah. You know, yeah. I think once I'm gotten the rumor, I'm going to, dang, and the Vuku cockpit aren't even giving me any info anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna make a pact with them anyway, again, so... Let me check something. So, does Ulala have Malakwai now? Nah, she still doesn't, so yeah. If she did, then yeah, the choice would be pretty easier for me. That's okay. I think I'm still good with them, even though, again, they're pretty bad at giving me info, it feels like. I've heard the... It feels like the wise demons like to give you the info. I'm not so sure if that's true or not, but I could definitely see it being a thing. But anyway, I'll talk about Persona 1 first. Again, Persona 1's very simple. I feel like it's still like very character driven, like one of Persona, I feel like. And there you go, now it actually getting info. Maybe I have to actually run to a succubus, but anyway. So yeah. Let's see if you've got anything for me. But anyway. So yeah. And Persona 1 again, it's very simple, but I think it's kind of well done, to be honest. Again, the main focus is on one character, Maki. Pretty much everyone else is very... doesn't get to do as much, obviously. In fact, yeah. When compared to like a normal Persona game, yeah. They're basically like not really characters at all in comparison. They're a lot more basic, but I think they still get the job done. Again, you need to like look out for dialogue. You need to like go to random places to talk to everyone, then yeah, you'll definitely get a good idea of what everyone's about. And again, considering that, yeah, again, we are talking a much shorter game, I think it's fine. I think it's well done, so yeah. But again, yeah, Maki's just such a strong character in Persona 1 spot that yeah, I think she does make up for it. But again, yeah. Characters can definitely feel a bit more basic, I feel like. They're definitely not as complex, but I think again, there isn't much problem with that. Then of course there's the Sin, yeah again. Not the best written plot ever, and we get 2 ranks, which is good, so we might get more luck with that now. So then we could actually kill the Buku Apocalypse, so yeah, let's have a little look at that. Yeah, we do, so yeah. I'm going to get a pact with Hunaku again. Do I need Hunaku again? I think I do actually, so yeah, I need to talk to them. I think. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna talk to you again, and I'm gonna get rid of your pact after this, so yeah. Again, yeah, it's a sin again. It has its moments. I feel like, yeah, it does set up this game well, and I think that's the main good thing it does. Again, I think it's just that I feel like Instance does have the strongest cast in the world. It's alright. But yeah. Like compared to this game though, I feel like yeah, it feels a bit lacking. And yeah, but this is Persuade special, but I think Reckless Persuade works, which would be, I believe, my cutscene. I'll show that. And that's advice. Never mind. They get angry at me, which I already want to be. There you go. If he cuts him, I done right. There you go. Hey, I think this works. There you go. You didn't need Persuade special. There you go. I'll make a pact with you. So there we go. Is again, I think I need a spec for the next dungeon. That's the reason why I'm doing that. So yeah. But yeah, again, that that side puzzle, yeah, makes it very annoying to, fill in this dungeon, I must say. So anyway, let's talk to Lucifuge again. This could be it. But again, knowing my luck, it's probably not going to be, so yeah. Anyway. Again, I think it's alright. What Innocent does, again, it sets up this point. Well, the characters are fine, if a bit unimpressive when compared to the rest of the series. Again, it's alright. I feel like, yeah, that's kind of just how the game feels like too. It's just an alright game. It's not like the most amazing game in the world, but it does the job. And of course, the Town Punch I really like. We'll get into more why I like this game. I mean, we've already seen a decent amount of why I really like. And the characters, again, they feel very strong once again. And again, yeah, even if all of them don't get the biggest focus in the world, I still think that, yeah, they still have that moment. Like, yeah, Lala, of course, her moment was a lot earlier in the game, but I still think she is, a strong part of this plot. Again, not as strong as, Baofu and Katsuya, even Maya, but again, she's always out there for Maya. She is supposed to be the bro character, I guess, even though she's a girl. I did mention this before, but yeah, she's very much like, your Junpeis, Ryujis, Yosuke's and stuff. And again, how that is handled in this plot too is quite interesting. Again, she's definitely not the most deep character in the world, but I think she does the job well. Anyway, now that you want to talk to me, I could use the Temperance card, so I think it's fine. So then, like, Tressa, scared of Mother. There you go. So it's Flamenco de la Passion, so let's try that. So let's see here. Let's try this. Yeah, you like that? And one more time. Yeah, I think the main plot's also really well done. And again, I think the villains are also pretty well done too. Mainly the main villain, I think. And yeah, Lone Shadow is also pretty interesting too, and how it ties to the plot as well. Although yeah, that's obviously not this version, or not in all versions of the game, I should be saying. Anyway, you might have the info. And yeah, it's alcohol again, so yeah. I think Baofu, Lala, Maya, right? Yeah, drinkers. Now we can find out what Maya likes. Hey man, what kind of alcohol do you like? Kind of think of it, Maya likes wine. That was one of the first alcoholic drinks man ever tasted. Ever since biblical times, man has enjoyed a taste for spirits. So there you go. You two like pretty boys, then would you like me to teach you the perfect wine spritzer? The way you say it bothers me, let's hear about it. Adonis was the name given to the drink. He was loved by a goddess but died young of hatred. Gaining all is impossible. Well, you have a dream, right? Then try to become the best wine. What does that mean? The best wines grow rich, flavored by maturing over time. But grow bitter, the process of mishandle is the same with life. Anyway, life lessons of mouth. That's cool. And you don't have the info. And we'll definitely see the Nantro one afterwards. Yeah, it's Baofu, Ulala, either Maya or Nantro, or just Ulala or no. We'll see if we can see that. A succubus, she resists all metrics, so this could be a bit difficult. Although, do we have physical attacks on Baofu and Nantro now? You're rank 6. You do have Heat Wave. And then Ildana, I mean, he has Nirvana, but I don't think that's going to do anything, so I'll just have him use Marakida, I think. So yeah, we'll go for another Bean Splash. And then, yeah, we'll go for Heat Wave to attack both of them, and then we'll go for Marakida, I think. So again, yeah, that's mainly how I feel about the sort of plots. I think things could be different if we do talk about other ST games, but considering the only other ST game I played is SMT5, which people don't like the plot at all, then yeah. Vengeance is better though, so yeah, we'll see about that if I was to play that one day, so yeah. Again, though, we'll see. We'll see about that, and again, other games in the series also have pretty amazing plots too that I can't wait to experience myself one day. Yeah, these guys are tanky. Yeah, Zeodime. Another Zeodime. And we get Shock too. So yeah, without physical attacks, yeah, these guys are very difficult to bring down. So yeah, can I actually get cards out of you? It's Persuade special, which means my can't do it. So yeah. Because they Zeodime me. So can I even go for like a future spell here, I wonder? A useful one? I guess I have Thunderous Fury. I'll try it. Marin Crown would be annoying. And yeah, guess who it hurt? Yeah, this battle's going amazingly. So we got Rankle Atakula, yeah. Story of her life, I guess. So yeah, that did a lot better though. Yeah, again, Ninja is really good at text. That is definitely seen in the fact right there, so yeah. Anyway, can I even heal? I guess I need to go back into my prime for this. Yeah, it's mainly the gist of the topic, so yeah, now we're just going to try to. Now we're just gonna try and get this succubus rumor done, because then we don't even worry about rumor skills ever again, so that's good. But anyway, they're both wise. He's also wise, so never mind. So again, it's just placebo effect, I guess, so yeah. Man, in terms of like plots in general, again, it is something I value a lot more now. I think when I was younger, I didn't really think about the plots of games that much, or even the plots of movies, to be honest. I kind of just, saw the action on screen, and that's what was the main hook. Again, one of the reasons why is, again, I mainly played racing games, and yeah, now we can actually get this. So this is Katsuya Maya. And yeah, I think we'll end the part of this. Next part, yeah, will be a long one because we're going to be doing a lot, let's just say. So I mean, this will do. And again, I talked about the topic a good amount, so that's nice. So yeah, Spit of Rumor, Robot Spell, some other demon, Succubus, it fuses, so there you go. And yeah, now we can kill you. It might just be a Blazing Burst that does it, we'll see. So yeah. I'll do it like this, why not? And then we'll go for the Being Splash again. Because we completed the map, we got the Super Megiddo rumor, we talked about the topics, so yeah. All that's left is the end of this dungeon bay again. I want to save that for the next part, to be honest, so yeah. That'll make more sense later. And there you go. Nice to get the last laugh here. And yeah, we have a couple of fusion spells we can show off. I also need to use a stim further so I can show I need to use a stim further so I can show its dangerous Garrula, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for now. We talked a good amount about the topic there, we see more flashbacks, and yeah, this will be the end of the dungeon with one more flashback, I believe. And then, like I said, a lot of things are going to happen next part, so yeah, that's something I want to focus on then, so yeah. Man, that'll be that, so yeah. Next time, yeah, we're going to find out what's laying at the end of Mount Yoto. And then, we're going to be doing a lot of chatting in the next part, so yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.